like, especially when I watch a lot of like, you know, historical movies and whatnot. Like, I watched Malcolm X for what it was. Like,
Yeah.
Malcolm when it first came out, when it was
Mm-hmm.
on, when it was on like the what's it called, VHS. It was a double box set just to watch the entire movie. I watched Malcolm X. After I watched that movie, white people, I was militant towards white people for the longest time. And this was back in the early 90s when I watched this movie. So imagine being in the early 90s and going into grade school, not even high school, being in grade school and having to deal with blacks and whites and everybody, everyone in between, and you just fresh watching Malcolm X and walking into your school.
Walking in with a fist up.
Yeah, and remember during the early 90s, that's when all of a sudden black love became like the thing. When he had those us together, you saw that T-shirt thing that was out. Yeah, I had one of those. I was, and when Malcolm X the movie came out, that's when everybody started walking around Malcolm X hats, jerseys, and all kind of stuff. Yeah, it got real militant real fast in Scarborough. It was not a good time to be a white person in Scarborough when Malcolm X came out.
Imagine that. Not a good time to be a white person.
Oh, yeah, they had, 10 years of that. Oh, big whoop.
10. 3 weeks, bro. What the hell? Yo, white people are Teflon, bro.
No, that's in the 90s, you know, saying niggas were prominent. No, after 2000, nobody gave a fuck. Pop artists, all that kind of bullshit.
I'm going to give you an example of how Teflon white people are. All right? They win no matter what in the end. So during the LA riots, niggas is going buck. Because, yo, we were sick of the oppression.
And when we do ransack our own fucking neighborhoods, jackasses.
And you know what? We try to prove a point. And white people said, do your little song and dance. It's okay. OJ happens. White people were like, yup. It's time. And niggas won. But, what is it? Give or take like 10 to 15 years later, they got OJ. White people are Teflon. If they put their mind to it, we will always lose.
Okay, but here's that.
Crack.
But here, at the end of the day, look.
AIDS.
Hold on. We can't be mad about the whole OJ thing because, and this is the reason why. Like what? Okay, OJ got off for killing, got off for murdering those people, right? And let's be all honest. We all know OJ did it. Like, it's not a matter of like, oh, OJ didn't do it. Yeah, he did. We all know he did it. We were just happy that it was the first time that a black man like did something that heinous and got away with it.
No.
And also that the fact that the detective that Mark Furman was proven to be a racist, so that put reasonable doubt. Mm-hmm. Right? So when OJ got off, we were just like, okay, cool, you got off. We know you did it. Just sit back and shut the hell up. Right? All black people were just shut up. You got away with it. Now just go over that way. And white people even said you got away with it. Now just go that way and shut the hell up. Then when he had the civil trial and he lost that, we all knew he was going to lose the civil thing because it's like, yeah, we all know you did it. So just pay the money, shut the fuck up, and move over.
No.
Then when the idiot put himself in jail, then when the guy got himself, like when he wrote the book, it's like, if I'd have done it, I was like, I'm done. Nope.
That's not even what landed him in there. The man tried to steal his own memorabilia.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying when he wrote the book, if I'd have done it, I was done with that.
Actually, I can't even respond to that.
When he wrote the book, if I'd have done it, I was done with that. Then when he did the whole thing with him, like stealing his own stuff,
Yeah, man.
I'm like, you deserve to go to jail.
Listen, the reason why people were cheering for OJ wasn't because we just knew he did that shit. It's because it's the first time that a black person got away with anything.
And that's what I just said.
And no, because you said doing something heinous. Emmett Till did not do that shit.
Yeah. They killed that nigga.
They killed that boy. So we just had it. Rodney King did virtually almost fuck all to get beat like that. We were just sick of it. So we were going to cheer. We would have cheered Thanos if Thanos were just black. It did not matter, bro. Mm-hmm. It could have been a good guy. A really bad guy, it could have been Satan himself, aka OJ. we were just gonna cheer because white people been just dealing with us, fam.
Mm-hmm.
So OJ, unfortunately, we had to champion that man, bro. Unfortunately,
Like, it was a test of faith. Like you said, there really is a God who let this nigga off, even though he's guilty.
you know what, man? Because like, yo, Ali goes to jail because he didn't want to go fight a war. Mike Tyson goes to jail just because, yo, dog, girl caught him with the original charge. The original Me Too movement, they caught him slipping. Rodney King gets beat. Everybody's getting beat, killed, whatever. Lynched.
Yep.
By the time, yo, you know, we're just looking at OJ like, man, you know what? Fuck it, dog. We know you did this shit, but yo, can justice be on our side for once?
But here's also the thing, because like when the OJ thing happened, and we're like, at first we were all just like, all black people were just like not involved.
Mm-hmm.
We were not involved at all. But then when the Mark Furman thing happened, and we found out that Mark Furman was like, he was putting people in jail. He was a racist cop and whatever, and he was the lead detective on the case. That's when black people's ears peaked up, because a lot of people went to jail because of Mark Furman. A lot of black people were in jail because of Mark Furman. So that was also the benefit that happened, because when OJ got off, all of Mark Furman's stuff came out. Because when they found out that, after he testified, and they found out that he was a racist cop and that he would plant evidence on people, and that they caught him planting evidence in the OJ trial. Because the whole thing with the glove, they said that, there was no glove there. Yeah. And all of a sudden the glove shows up, and it was Mark Furman that found the glove. There was too much negative thing on that. And because he had so much press around him, that's where black people were just like, nah. That's when they got invested. And that's when OJ got off, everybody was like, yeah.
Wasn't it also all-white jury?
No, it was a jury's appearance. It was black and white.
It was black and white?
But it was majority white. I think there was only 4, out of 12 people, there was only 4 black jurors. Everybody else was white. And it was mostly white women. And that was the worst part about it, too. That was the worst part. It's like, he killed one of y'all and y'all let him off? Woo.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about white women for a second, because Donald Trump, bro, they voted him in. White women do not know what they want. If people want to be misogynistic and say women don't know what they want, white woman come through and just fucking take the ball and chain and run with it, bro.
I will have to.
Pussy hurts.
Ding. Bro. You know what? When it comes to America, when it comes to the standards of Americans and when they're saying how they really hate Donald Trump and whatnot, yo, for the fact that the man said, you know, I get it, I can do whatever I want. I can just kiss him, grab him by the pussy, and then they turn around and it's like, yeah, that misogynist bastard, I like him. He should be president. Like, fuck all y'all. But at the same time, I understand why. Because people were looking at, okay, and we said we weren't going to talk about politics. But okay, fine. You guys, like, the fact of remember, we discussed it beforehand. We said we're not going to talk about politics. You specifically said.
I said I wasn't going to talk about mental health because I can't be exposed to myself.
Nah, we talked about beforehand. Before we came back in, we said we weren't going to talk about politics. But you brought it up.
Shout out to our U.S. fans. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all some weirdos, bro. Y'all some big cock energy.
Donald Trump.
Yo, I had Donald Trump for my wife.
But here's the fact. At the time, you had Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Who are you voting for?
Hillary Clinton.
Huh?
Hillary.
I said Trump.
You said Trump?
I said
Hillary.
Trump.
You said Hillary?
I know.
I said none. And this is the reason why.
I had a choice, though.
Huh?
You can't do none.
I do
If I
none.
had to vote, I'd vote Trump.
If I'm voting,
That's
I'm
what legal
abstaining.
news.
I'm voting for Bernie. I'm gonna do the illegal vote, and I'll put down Bernie Sanders. And this is the reason why. Both of them were horrible people.
Fair.
Like, no matter what you got, you knew you're getting shit.
Okay.
If I voted for Hillary, I'm getting bullshit. I'm getting all that. If you literally voted for Hillary, everything that Trump did, you're gonna get the same thing.
Yeah.
Only thing is gonna be from a Democrat,
Okay.
and it's gonna be this white woman who put us in jail, who her husband was adamant about putting from back in the days, saying that, oh yeah, he's the first black president, but he put more black people in jail than anybody. But I'm gonna vote for her.
He put more black people in jail than Reagan. Are you sure about that one?
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like stats lie sometimes.
No, he actually, in the time when he became president, and Hillary Clinton was part of his thing, part of his cabinet, like his first lady, they did a thing they called them the deplorables. The deplorables were black people. It was saying that they wanted to put they were gonna be crack down on anybody who was like third strike offenders and whatever. During the Clinton era, more black people were incarcerated than during the Reagan era.
You know what? But if you
And you know the whole thing with the Reagan era was of the war on drugs. The Clinton era was the war on black people. Was basically anything. If you got caught with an ounce of marijuana, even your first strike, an ounce of marijuana, you're doing hard time.
Isn't Clinton right after?
No, it was. Yeah, it was Reagan and Clinton.
Yeah.
And then Bush. So the Clinton era, everybody thought that the Bush era was the worst time for black people. Nah, the Clinton era was the worst time for black
Hurricane
people.
Katrina came and done bands.
Yeah,
All
more black people were in jail during Clinton's time than any other era. The Trump era is the weirdest thing because the Trump era is repealing a lot of the Clinton era things. More black people that were having mandatory minimums, that were in jail for over like the amount of time that Obama was in power, are coming out now.
Yeah, but he helped set. That's not because
Obama didn't help set the standards. Obama
No,
didn't
no.
do shit.
No, it's like everything was a cog in the wheel till this point. So everything starts from the first fucking president, from beforehand. But really, like, Reagan got that ball going.
Yeah, Reagan got the ball going, and then
Clinton to get in knows what he
well
has
after Reagan was actually George Bush Senior.
Senior, yes.
Yeah, with Bush Senior.
Bush Senior. Another Republicans are all the same. All the Democrats, all these freaking
Republicans and Democrats are the same
They're
party.
same. They're just hate on each other. It's like Bloods and Crips, bro. You're all the same. You're gangbangers, bro. So the ball gets rolling. You're gonna do this war on drugs, war on whatever. Most of the black community is already on their second strike by then. So by the time Bill Clinton comes through and they want to say third strike, not that much effort you have to put in.
Yeah, and that's the reason why more black people got incarcerated under Clinton era, because he made it even stricter. It was basically a way of like getting rid of as many black people as they possibly could at one time. Because like the Democrats like to say that we're the party of the minorities.
They're not.
They're not.
Historically speaking, they're not.
Same shit.
They're not.
No,
Actually,
They're
in
really
facts, the Republican
Republicans-
Party was the party of black people.
Yeah.
The Democrats were what the Republicans are now.
Yeah.
But the joke is, the Republicans took it over because they wanted to get, the power. So they wanted to get the rural white voters to vote Republican, and Democrats became the party of like, we're the party of the minorities and da 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 da. They never were. They became the party of the minorities, but they were still working underhandedly, as they initially were as Republicans. So when people are saying the Democrats are like our party, no, they're not.
There is no party.
There is no party for the people. The Republicans don't care about the people. Democrats don't care about the people.
But Trump is the same, because that guy was wishing death upon the Central Park 5. He couldn't do it. Wouldn't give housing to black people. They're virtually the same. So I'm going to be real. Would you rather go with the devil you know who is a politician, or someone who's not a politician and it's going to make your place a further laughing stock?
And understand this.
We all hope Trump would die.
And understand this. For the longest time, you know that Trump was a Democrat, right? Before he switched over and became a Republican, Trump was a Democrat the entire time.
Yeah.
And then he became a Republican because he knew his viewpoints would not work with the Democratic base.
And he's friends with Vince McMahon. That's a fucked up side story. He's also friends with Vince McMahon, who is him and his wife, super Republican. So like, it just works well, because you deal with like, you also have to take into account he's dealing with networks like Fox, Republican. You have to like,
yeah.
So you already see where your clientele is, yo.
Fox aired on the Apprentice aired on Fox, right? Yeah, there you go.
So you see what your clientele is, yo. Who's gonna be watching your shit? Who likes your shit? Ain't no Democrat being like, yo, we fuck with Donald Trump. Maybe during Home Alone.
Yeah. And now even that, when you hear about the whole thing with Christmas this year, anytime with Home Alone 2, when it played out this Christmas, Canada was doing it from years, and it wasn't because of Trump. Yeah. It was because time wise, they would just made more sense to cut that scene because it didn't fit into the time wise. Any movie on TV has to be 2 hours. It can only go for 2 hours, 2 hour length. So they have to cut where it's not pertaining to the story. So that scene was always cut. So when Trump found out about it, he was like, "Oh, see how Canada hates me, and it's all because of what I said to Trudeau and blah blah blah." So then all the American nations said like, "Fuck it, we're gonna play Home Alone 2." He started cutting that scene. Every one of them was cutting the scene, and then he got pissed off with Fox News, and then Fox News was like, "We're gonna play Home Alone on Fox," and they cut the scene too.
He's out here crying at home.
Yo, number 9?
Huh?
Number 9?
Just do it, man.
Do it, dog.
Trump was home like, ooh, my pussy hurts.
Ding!
Yeah, where'd you even get that from?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. I don't know. Was it a movie or just like a little?
I think it was an interview where you're just talking shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, my pussy hurts. Unfortunately, nobody grabbed it.
Wow.
Yo, do you know how archaic you have to be to say grab a pussy?
How do you grab a pussy? Like, seriously.
No, yo, listen. Yeah.
Thank God we don't have no visuals yet.
Yo, this guy just clamps.
Duffel bag
It's so
too,
meaty. Yeah. Like,
Duffel bag.
Yo, when Donald Trump sees a fat pokes, yo, this guy just bam. Alright, yo, I'm done.
it's like a basketball.
You
My pussy.
That's 11, guy. Ding.
Oh, 11? God damn.
Yo, nah, man. Like, yo, I could never vote for Donald Trump in my life, bro. Hillary Clinton, I'm gonna be real, yo. She kept it a buck with me. She said that young black people are super predators, bro.
So you consider yourself a super predator? Get out. Get out of my house. Just get the hell out.
Yo, she kept it. Yo, in fact, she let it be known how she felt.
Nah, she did not. That whole super predator thing, that was from back in the day when that whole thing was, when Clinton was running. Yeah. Now, when that thing was brought back to her face, the little girl who came to who paid her money to go to Hillary Clinton's one of her speeches or whatever when she was talking to these people, she put up the sign and was like, "So Hillary Clinton, so how do you consider us super predators and blah 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 and whatever?" What happened to her? She kicked her out. She didn't even acknowledge the fact that she said that shit. She kicked the little girl who paid her money to be there.
Her name is her name, bro. She don't have to explain herself.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
Why not?
Because Hillary Clinton's a racist. We know it.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to acknowledge that she's a racist.
Donald Trump ain't a racist?
Acknowledge? Yo, Hillary Clinton's all here like, yo, I have Jay-Z and
just like
Beyonce shucking and jiving for me. Those cool.
For the minute she was like dancing on air, I'm like, okay, I wouldn't vote for her.
Jay-Z and Beyonce shucking jive for her because why?
Obama?
Yeah. And also because she's what's it called? A centrist Democrat. She goes by the establishment. Bernie Sanders was about breaking the chains and breaking the mold and whatever. And you know the reason why the Democratic establishment didn't like it? Because the Democratic establishment are exactly the same as Republicans.
Actually, you know what? Yo. For one reason. Besides all the racism and whatnot. Because both of them are racist. So if I'm going to choose the one who's a little bit more expertise and whatnot. But because Hillary Clinton is also involved in Pizzagate and whatnot.
Oh my God. Shut up. Shut up. You're worthless.
Excuse me?